Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to day 3 of the 21-day Success Mindset Challenge over here at Magnetic Success Podcast. So today I want to talk to you about success. After all, this podcast is called Magnetic Success. So what better time to actually bring this conversation to life? What is success? I think it's a really, really good conversation to have because it means something different to everybody. To one person, it could be having a multi-million or multi-billion pound or dollar business that's impacting lives all around the world. To someone else, it could be making enough money in their business so that they can still spend time with their children before and after school, and predominantly just give them some extra money to go on holiday, to have a bit more fun, but ultimately it serves them to be a mum or a dad, right? It could mean absolutely anything. To others, it could be just dedicating their life to purpose, to contribution, to giving. So it's really, really important, I think, because there can be a danger around what we think success means to us. And I think for many, many people, and I speak to my clients all the time and people in my world, in my network, and many of us unconsciously decide what success means to us. And we can do this because we get inundated with this on social media, don't we? It's all over the place, in every post, in every ad, everywhere, in every reel. So we could accidentally adopt someone else's definition of success. We see them with the car, with the house, with the traveling, the lifestyle. And then we could then say, well, that's what success is. And if I don't have that, then I'm not successful. And the danger with this is twofold, really. One, we're attaching our success, our own, and even our own worth and value to achieving something that someone else has achieved, to achieving material things, external things. And we're basically saying we're not successful until we achieve that, right? And two, is that really what we want? Is that definition of success your definition of success? You might like what it looks like, you might want some of it, but is that actually your definition of success? So we end up attaching all these things inside, thoughts and beliefs about us and about our worth, to something that we may not even want when we get to think about it deep down. So when we attach our success to an achievement, to achieving a specific goal, it might take us 5 years to achieve that goal. It might take us 5 months. It might take us 20 years. It all depends on how much resistance there is, how much we've got to learn on the way, how big the goal is, how far we are from it. And now there's so many variables. But if we attach our success to the attainment of that thing, that goal, that amount, that dollar amount in our business, if we are attaching our success to that, then all the while we're trying to get there, right? Then we're telling ourselves we're not successful. We're telling ourselves we don't have success. We haven't created success. Subconsciously, we're telling ourselves we are apart from success. And when we think about law of attraction, we attract who we're being. We attract what we are. We attract what we're feeling. So if we want more success in the way that we define it, we need to be success. We need to feel it. We need to embody it. We need to see ourselves as the equivalent right now already. So the first question to you is, when you think about success and what success means to you, your definition of success, is it something you've come up with, created? Is it something that you've gone inside and actually reflected on and actually given some deep thought to? Or is it something that has, is flashed up on social media and it looks amazing and everyone else is doing it, so it becomes the norm? And this is so normal and there's no judgment at all, because I got swept into all of this hugely. And then I started thinking success is what these other people have. I won't be successful until I can show all this. And it's just simply not true, right? So where in your definition of success, where in everything that you're going after, that you're trying to achieve, is there anything in there that could have come from someone else and their own definition, from their own desires that don't quite match with yours? Maybe they do to a degree, but it isn't really, really, truly, when all is said and done, what you deeply, deeply, deeply desire. Because success isn't just about money, is it? It's not just about growth in business. It's not about email list size. It's about you and how you're living your life. It's about you and your enjoyment and your fulfillment. If you're living on purpose, there's so many other variables, and we'll come on to those. So just have that thought now. Just think, if anything comes up, has it come from somebody else? Right? We can also, if we're chasing something, especially if it's someone else's definition of success, or we've decided success is having a 7-figure business or a 6-figure business or 10K months, because these seem to be the industry norms, right? If that is success and we're chasing after it, there's so much more to be said on that, but maybe that's another episode. The more attention and focus we are placing on these outside things, the more we can become lost, because we're getting consumed by what it means, about our status, about the material things, about keeping up with the Joneses, about feeling like we have to be like that to be good enough, right? And then we can forget and get taken away from the things that really matter. And what are those things? We know when we use the exercise of imagine you're at the end of your life, sat on your deathbed, not to be too gruesome, and you're reflecting back on your life. What are you proud of? What mattered the most? And at this point, what would you give anything to have more of right now? What do you regret? It's those reflection questions that we ask ourselves from that place in time that sheds light on the things that we want more of in our life. Is it the money? Is it the fame? Is it the fortune? Is it the car? Is it the house? Is it all these things? Like, what is it? What's really, really important? Because the more we can embody that, align to that, that's our truth, that's our authenticity. The more we align to that, actually, because we're being authentic and aligned, we are actually going to achieve more of that much quicker. If we're picking a definition of success, if we're deciding success is something that doesn't align to our authentic nature, that doesn't really align to our highest values, say our highest values aren't money and things, say our highest value is family, connection, time spent with them, right? Then it's going to be very hard to achieve that level of success, or worse, we'll reach that success. And actually what happens is we're not happy and we're not fulfilled because we're missing our highest values. We're missing what's really important to us. We have completely or accidentally and unintentionally sidelined what it is that we really, really want, because we've been brainwashed by what we see out in society, by other people, by what we're seeing on social media. And sometimes we strive for success, however we define it, because we feel it's going to give us validation. We feel it's going to make us worthy. We feel it's going to make us accepted. We feel like we've got something to prove. And until we reach this level of success, however we define it, then no one's going to believe us. No one's going to see our worth. We're not good enough to do X, Y, and Z, right? So we might be feeling that we have to prove it to ourselves, our family, our friends, our clients, our strangers on the internet. It goes on, doesn't it? So this is why I think this is such an important topic, because you're probably more successful by your own definition than you already realize, but you're not allowing yourself to see, acknowledge, celebrate, and embody that success, even though you're already there. And that's the whole purpose of this podcast, is to really uncover that and unlock that. So what is your definition of success? And does it need to be redefined? So to help you think about this and contemplate this and reflect on this after this episode, I got some definitions off good old Google. So the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of success is the fact that you have achieved something that you want and have been trying to do or get. So I love there is nothing attached to things, any specifics. It's just about the achievement of something that you wanted, that you were trying to do or trying to get. Tony Robbins says success is doing what you want, when you want, where you want, with whom you want, as much as you want. How great is that? Doesn't mean you have to hit 7 figures, 10K months, 6 figures. Doesn't mean you have to have 10,000 people on your email list. It doesn't mean you have to have 20,000 people in your Facebook group. If you align to Tony's definition of success. For Steve Jobs, he had a very straightforward answer: being able to change the world or poke life. I love that. That was right for him. That was what success meant to him. And he demonstrated that through the contribution, service, and change he created in the world. Oprah, in an article, talks about success as having money and meaning. Jay Shetty said to live a passionate life, a life based on your strengths and service of others. So I love how few people are talking about money. Success is being at peace inside yourself. Oh, I don't know who wrote this one, actually. Oh, this is, no, I don't know. Success means we go to sleep at night knowing that our talents and abilities were used in a way that served others. Marianne Williamson, sorry. So many different definitions to consider. So I'd really encourage you to think about, what does success look like to you in business, in relationships, in your emotions, in how you feel every day, how you live every day, what you do every day, how you think, and your spiritual self, and your personal development self, and your physical self, and your health and your well-being. What does success look like to you? And what does success look like in all those areas? Let's start closing the gap and seeing that even when we have bigger goals, because we always want to grow, we always want to push ourselves to more. But let's start really embracing and seeing the success we already have in our lives right now. Here's some other questions to help you reflect on this topic and make success something you embody and live every single day. How can you feel more successful now? And this will show you what your definition of success is as well. This will start to uncover what it is you're attaching success to. Because when we start removing those attachments, removing those outcomes, removing the validations, removing the worthiness that we've attached to goals, then not only do we allow it into our lives faster, we actually achieve our goals so much quicker because there's less resistance, right? So how can you feel more successful now? How can you tap into moments of success every day? What in your life? How have you been successful? How are you successful? How can you create moments of success every single day? Because the more success you feel and embody, the more you will attract. How differently would you show up right now in your business if you already saw yourself as successful? What would be the differences? I bet there'd be a lot. It would help you embrace change in a different way. It would help you not play small, but go big. It would help you take uncomfortable action. Perhaps even overcome hiding from the things that you know you need to do in your business, but feel really uncomfortable and you're putting off and you're resisting. If you saw yourself as successful, if you saw your success as inevitable, how differently would you be approaching your business on a day-to-day basis, right? So I've been thinking about my definition of success, and I think this is also open to change as we grow and evolve. I think things always change. The more expansive our mind gets, the more expansive our consciousness is, the more we learn, the more we experience, the more we test. Life and business is testing and trying and tweaking and changing directions and moving around. It's never still. It's never a straight line. And as our business evolves, we evolve, we grow. Our business grows because we grow. So for me, success is about how you feel on a day-to-day basis. It's about doing the work, the business that I love, that is making a difference in the world to my clients' lives. That's really, really important to me, the contribution and the impact, whilst creating the finances that I would like to be able to make the choices that I want to make, to live the life I want to live, to have the experiences I want to have. But ultimately, it is about me finding happiness, fulfillment, joy, and peace in every single day. Because if I have that, what else do I need? Right? If I live every day to the full in the present moment, happy, grateful, aligned and connected, what else could I possibly need? And the beauty of this, not that this is a reason to do it or try and attempt to feel that way, is that you become magnetic to all of your goals, all of your desires. You become an energetic match to everything that you want when you are in that state, because you need for nothing. Because you just are, you're being, but you're vibrating on the highest frequency, the frequency that's going to attract everything to you. So I hope today's been a bit of a thought provoker. It's definitely a powerful conversation, and one that I urge us to revisit every year to see if we have got sidetracked into the chasing of something that we don't even want. And then we can pull ourselves back. And instead of chasing to be somewhere, to get something, to see success as a destination, we embrace success where we are right now with who we are in all areas of our life. And we acknowledge it and we celebrate it. I want you to release the pressure, remove any attachments or conditions around worthiness that might be linked to the achievement of your goals, because just being your authentic self and just being aligned to who you are exactly as you are right now is going to fast track you to the success in your business that you want and the success in your life. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next episode.